So the NFL draft is finally over. Everything is concluded. All the picks are in. Really happy about that because I feel like we've been talking about the draft for a long time now. We could finally move to training camp, then preseason, then regular season. So really excited that it's concluded, at least the first round so far. Honestly, to my surprise, it was actually kind of, I don't want to say a boring draft, but for all the speculation, for all the trade rumors of Ayuk, the Giants, the Patriots, the Vikings, there really wasn't too many shocking things that happened. Yeah, the Vikings moved up one spot to get JJ McCarthy in. Good for them. That was all expected. But other than that, it was a pretty ABC draft. Like, everything was predictable. I feel like there's a mock draft or two out there that probably predicted everything right. There wasn't too much chaos. The only chaotic part of the entire first round was, of course, Michael Penix going to the Atlanta Falcons. I don't know. I see both sides to this. It does make sense to a certain extent, but at the same time, it doesn't really make a lot of sense. Some people will tell you you're an idiot for thinking they drafted him. So after signing Kirk Cousins to that monster contract, they draft Michael Penix. First of all, I just want to say who they could have taken instead. They could have added another weapon for Kirk Cousins. They could have added Dallas Turner. They could have added another corner. There's just a lot of things that they could have done to make their roster better for this upcoming year. And I just think that could have been a good move too. Like, the NFC South, one of the worst divisions in football. You just signed Kirk Cousins. You were one game away with Desmond Ridder a year ago to make the playoffs. So, you're a playoff team essentially. You should go all out when your window is open. And instead, you have a high pick in the draft, a top 10 pick, and you draft a quarterback. The only reason why I'm not saying this is an awful pick right now is because I really like Michael Penix. I really wanted him to fall to Denver. Unfortunately, we got Bo Nix. Who knows? Bo Nix might be good. I really don't know. I don't know. Nobody knows. But back to Michael Penix. He just has an elite arm. I don't care about his injuries. I don't care about his age either. People who are saying oh, he's not going to be a starter until he's 26, 27, that doesn't matter in today's NFL. People don't get hit like they used to anymore. So longevity is a thing that's more prevalent with quarterbacks now. So age is just a number. As long as you do the right things in the off season and you take care of yourself, you can play until you're 40. Unless you really do have glass bones and you just have poor anatomy in the injury department, then that's a different story. But point is, the age thing, I don't get that. So the reason why they drafted Michael Penix is apparently the GM quoted saying he likes the Green Bay Packer method of how they've handled quarterbacks the last 20 years with Brett Favre, Aaron Rodgers, and then Aaron Rodgers, and then Jordan Love. That theory is decent. It is a decent theory because both times it worked out. It worked out with Aaron Rodgers, and so far it worked out with Jordan Love. So maybe this could be a trend, like the Green Bay Packer method going forward of teams just always having two starting quarterbacks on the roster. That is possible. I feel like that could happen, especially with quarterbacks and the rules constantly favoring the offense, changing every year. I feel like that might be a trend in the future, honestly. I feel like the Green Bay Packer method could be a thing that most teams implement in the future. We'll have to find out, but man, I don't know. I would have taken a receiver. I would have taken an edge rusher, but hey, they took Michael Penix. We'll see if it pays off. I don't know. it's also a question of how much faith do they really have in Kirk Cousins. I know the contract they gave him and him signing in Atlanta was definitely a desperation move. Arthur Blank is getting up there. He's already up there, so he wants to get a bowl before he goes. So they gave Kirk a bag, and there was a viral moment of the GM explaining to Arthur Blank why he took Michael Penix. I don't really know why the hell there was communication issues there, especially a guy like Arthur Blank. I know he's an older guy, but he obviously cares about his team. He cares about the Falcons. Like, how is he not involved in the draft? I understand, the middle of training camp, he shouldn't have his boots on the ground, with every roster cut, but, the first round pick, and you're just in the dark, and it's shocking to you. It's just so weird to me. I don't understand. If it was a GM that had an established resume like Les Snead, even Ryan Poles right now is doing a good job, but it's the Falcons GM. What has he done so far, honestly? And you can't bring your owner into the conversation. That was just a weird clip, weird moment. I don't understand. And apparently, too, Kirk Cousins was shocked and disappointed by the news. So, again, that's when you're a new guy on a team and it's your first year and you're the guy and they pay you, it's just weird vibes going into the year. It's bad juju. I don't know. I don't think it's going to have a huge impact, but at the same time, why not just you don't draft a quarterback right now. You could wait. You could have waited a year or two, then draft his successor. Why do you have to draft one right now? You should be going for a bowl right now. Draft Rome Odunze. They could have had him, man. But they really liked Michael Penix. I like Michael Penix too, but I don't know. It could pay off. It could pay off, especially if Kirk Cousins just falls off a cliff, and that's possible. He's not an athletic guy. Achilles injury is huge. Who knows what could happen? What do y'all think about that draft pick? What do y'all think about the draft in general so far last night? Let me know what y'all think. I don't know. I really don't know what to think about it. I think I'm split in the middle, but who knows? Who knows? Time will tell. Let me know what y'all think in the comments. That's all I got for right now. Peace.
Well, you want to put all the pressure on the quarterback to make really good throws down the field. Play tight man-to-man coverage. It takes perfect throws. If it completions, out there, that's it.